Luna Classic continues to build, in my opinion. We have some more interesting things coming, but we do need to talk about one thing: the validators. What is their purpose and why can there only be 130? And what are they doing for us, the investor? We're going to talk about all of that and some interesting things coming up with Terra Luna Classic, which you are going to need to know. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a like on this video if you are still bullish and holding your Luna Classic. And with that being said, let's dive directly into this video. So taking a look at the global market for context, we do currently sit 848 billion. That's 2.7% down. Yet again, the drama and continuation of the FTX collapse is bringing the entire market down with us. You can see a number of the big players down. Bitcoin down 3%. Ethereum at 1263, a number of coins all down significantly on the back of the 24-hour. The only Dogecoin, thanks to Elon Musk this morning in a Twitter space, saying Doge was going to the moon. As we come down though, you see Terra Luna Classic currently sits the 36th highest ranked cryptocurrency. I do believe it will move up again as the hype of the World Cup continues to build, with tokens like Chili's being one of those that could be an incredibly good degen play. If you want to see a video on that, by the way, let me know in the comments down below. But Terra Luna Classic currently sits 1817 on the price, 8.77% down, $1.198 billion market cap, with that volume disappointingly though 160 million, which is 37% down. Now again, as you go through this, we can see we were having we were actually having a pretty good run in terms of volume. We did see some significant moves on the total number. So 206 yesterday, 359, 570 as we saw that market move down, 453.7. You can see the prices. Now what I would say though, for me, Terra Luna Classic, even given this humongous collapse in the market, is holding a pretty solid base point around this 1900 to 1880. You know, dropping 1851 is about as low as it got. If we take a look at slightly more technicals, we see these big spikes that we cut down, and we can see this a lot of number of cryptos right now as huge investors panic and sell some of their assets. But what we can see currently, and actually for me, this is a good sign. We are continuation to build sideways, which I always think are a positive move, with only a few big sells coming through. You can see here 3.3% down, in line with probably the rest of the market, some of them taking a bigger sell off than others. You know, when you've got something like Bitcoin at 1.2%, ETH at 1.5%, Terra Luna only at 3.3%, given how volatile this can be, is actually not a bad thing. Now we can talk about validators. Remember, 130 is the max number of validators we are allowed on Terra Luna Classic to maintain that community pool and continuation of growing it. What is interesting though as we go through here is it's really important that when you are staking your Terra Luna Classic, and I do generally think this is the right thing to do unless you are planning on selling. If you are in this for the long term, you believe in the success of Terra Luna Classic, then for me, you absolutely should be staking your coins. And you can see here that this is important because we have voting power. Now how this is worked out is the number of Lunux staked with those individuals gives them a percentage of voting power when it comes to governance, hence why they are the voice of you, the investors, given that you are giving them your Luna Classic. Now you can see, again, shout out to Happy Catty because his website is absolutely immense, gives us tons of data that we can see, but you can see here the amount of percentage voting power they have, and equally the amount of Luna Classic stake. Now what we are seeing, which is exciting and interesting at the same time, is we are seeing a shift of this voting power. If you remember, all nodes was 20% every single time, is coming down 17.4 as people moving to slightly different validators, which offer slightly different rewards. Now we can see the commission base here. It says the commission is too low compared to the voting power. The validator should be urged to raise its commission up at least 8.7%. So this is what they are giving back to their holders. Now here is a couple of the interesting bits. So you see the uptime, but this is a big bit for me. Missed 11 Oracle votes as validators of our network. They are being paid. They are gaining rewards from the network to do that, again, to be that voice. And they should absolutely be voting using you, the investor, as a temperature check as to what they want to do. So for me, it frustrates me when I see votes not passed. And why is that important? Well, when we take a look at governance on the most recent one, which is 10879, this is a complete shift in how consumer assets and community funds are then used. We can see only 24 validators actually voted yes, and it passed. Now, for me, there's two things here. One is, if it's the right thing with a community consensus, then okay, I'm absolutely fine with it. However, you got to think about that. Out of 139 validators, 24 were able to pass it. This is not some of the bigger ones. Look, all nodes, Orion, Lunacy DAO, KuCoin, Staking, all all with big voting powers did not vote, with biggest being Interstellar Lounge voting 11%. Now, we need to be mindful of this because this can absolutely change the way that we operate on the blockchain. This then doesn't become community consensus. This becomes a select few that can push certain things through. Now, again, we look like we might have missed out on some of this. There's a current proposal, I think, going through to burn some of this, which is madness, complete madness. Burning this off. There's so many legal implications with that, you know, things like this take time, and unfortunately sometimes when you're in the midst of market crashes and you need to make decisions quickly, this sometimes can be a hindrance to it. Now, that doesn't mean I am not bullish still long-term on Luna Classic. We still have a number of things coming. We also have CZ Binance not long, 8th of November, only a few days ago, saying we still hold the Luna we got from day one, never moved off the address. So we know CZ still holding a significant bag, and it's really interesting to see how this plays out. I have said from day one, and I'll either be proved right or I'll be proved wrong, that I think CZ Binance has more to do with Luna Classic than meets the eye. I think he could quite easily write off the Luna Classic, move on, but he hasn't. He's burnt $4 million of his own exchange's money. He is constantly and has been a proponent of positivity for Luna Classic, so I definitely think there is more to come with this. We'll keep an eye on this. And equally, here is the big bit. We need to build on Luna. Now, NFT Launchpad, buy and sell, coming for Luna Classic on the 14th of November. This is Miata. I haven't looked too much into it, but I did think it was important to reference. They are an NFT Launchpad that allow NFTs to be built on Luna Classic, and I think this is exactly what we need. It says, we're happy to announce that Mitaya is up and running. Connect from any device, buy and sell digital art on Luna, sell your minted NFT in Terra Station. Miata will be open for public access 14th of November. So again, these are the things that we need to see. These building on small blockchains, these building of small blockchain products on here will support both the longevity of Luna Classic and equally make sure that we are set for the future. So there is still tons coming, and a lot of this isn't enough. People don't know enough about what is being built. And here's the important thing: as the market crashes around everyone, we, Luna Classic, are still building. There are still people coming to our network, and this will only continue. So let's make sure everybody can see all the information coming out by leaving a like on this video. Let's do it. Let's send it to 1,000 likes. Let's be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you watching this video. Hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.